Hello friends, in this video we will see the execution of do while loop. Do while loop or do while statement is also called as post test loop. It means that before execution of statements we tested condition in while loop, but here before testing the condition at least once we execute the statements. Okay, so it is called as a post test loop. Okay, so it is called as a do while statement, which is used to execute the set of statements repeatedly until the condition becomes false. See, it is called as a do while. It means that first do the execution of statements, then you check the condition in while statement. So it is called as do while statements, and statements will be executed at least once before checking the condition. So syntax is here: do, open the brace, statement 1 to n, close the brace, then immediately after closing the brace you write the while condition, and after condition here you must put a semicolon. Remember this one, semicolon is used in a do while loop at the end of the while condition, but semicolon is not used in for loop, end of the for loop and end of the while loop, but at the end of the do while loop we should use semicolon. In for loop, inside that parenthesis we used semicolon, but at the end of that line we have not used semicolon. Okay, keep it in this differences in your mind. The flowchart is like this: the first execute the statements once, then you check the condition. If the condition is true, then only you go back and once again you execute the statements for the second time. It is nothing but a second execution or second iteration. Then come to condition again. If the condition is again true, then go back and execute the statements once again, that is for the third time, that is third iteration. Then again come back to a condition. If the condition is true, again go back and execute the fourth iteration, that is nothing but fourth time you execute the statements. Come to condition. If the condition is false, then you come out of the for do while loop and you start execution, continue your execution with the next statement. Okay, do and while are keywords. Condition is tested at the end of the loop, therefore it is called post test loop. So one example is here, that is sum of odd numbers between 1 and 10. So hash include stdio.h. Our aim is we have to add odd numbers which are in between 1 and 10. So we have to find out the sum of these addition of odd numbers which are in between 1 and 10. The numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay, hash include stdio.h int odd number sum equal to 0. Initially we think that sum is 0. Open the main function, odd number is equal to 1. So initially we assign the value odd number as 1. So odd number starts from 1 in the range 1 to 10. So first initial odd number is 1. So we assign this value to odd number and do. Now open the do here. Body of do while loop is like this: sum equal to sum plus odd num, and odd num is equal to odd num plus 2. So once you execute these two statements and once you get the new value of odd num in the second statement, you check or you compare this odd num with the 10, that is odd num is less than or equal to 10, and put the semicolon. Again if this odd num is less than or equal to 10, it means that condition is true. Then go back to do part. In do part again you execute the statements sum equal to sum plus odd num, and second statement also you execute odd num equal to odd num plus 2. Now you get once again the new value of odd num. Now you check this condition, odd num is less than or equal to 10. If it is again true, go back and execute the two statements. So if these conditions are false, then you come out of this do while loop and print this statement, that is sum of all odd numbers between 1 and 10 is equal to percentage %d. That percentage %d is nothing but it is a value of some variable and close the main function. One more example is a factorial. To find the factorial of a given number, see, we can solve this factorial problem by using for loop also, by using while loop also, by using do while loop also. So in your exam they may ask any one method to solve this factorial problem. So they will ask you particularly to solve the factorial problem by using for loop, or they may ask you to solve it by using a while loop, or they may ask you to solve it by using do while loop. Okay, hash include stdio.h, I is equal to 1, fact equal to 1, num. Okay, open the main function, enter the number percentage d ampersand num. Here also the logic is the same. The only thing is somewhat syntax of a looping is different, because here we are using do while loop. So if a number is not equal to, if a number is equal to 0, then assign 1 to factorial, else in else part you execute this do while loop, like do is equal to do, two statements are there, fact equal to fact into I and I plus plus. Here I is updating in second statement. Once the new value of I is getting to programmer, the programmer takes this new value of I and he checks the condition now. So before checking the condition, he at least once he executed the statement, that is a fact equal to fact into I. So now he is testing the condition, that is I is less than or equal to num. If this condition is true, he goes back and execute this fact equal to fact into I, again I plus plus, then again you take that new value of I and I is less than or equal to num. Once that condition becomes false, then the control comes out of the do while loop. Okay, now you print the factorial in a printf statement. In next lecture we see unconditional statements. So till now whatever we have seen, these all are conditional decision making steps or statements. Now onwards we will see unconditional statements.